Am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend he ruined our date? I, female 21, and my boyfriend, male 23, of 5 years went to my favorite restaurant a few weeks ago. The meal was great and we both enjoyed ourselves. It was perfect, a completely perfect dinner. I paid the $60 check and we went out to the parking lot to the car. I live in a huge college town, along with that Saturday night being a senior ball, so the town was busy. We get back to the car, and the cars surrounding it were parked, excuse you, exactly the same as they were when they went in. There's a lot of grammar issues with this. There were cars to each side of his car, along with a truck parallel parked behind him, at least 2 car lengths away. If in front of him was the wall of a restaurant and behind was the roadway of the parking lot, then the parallel parked truck at a distance to clarify. There were cars beside him, and then there's a car behind him 2 car lengths away, and then there are walls. So it sounds like you're in a parking structure, whether it's a parking structure that has multiple levels or just an outdoor flat place. It doesn't specify so far. There's a hair on my face, something forever. He starts to back out of the space, and after a few tries, he says he can't do it. What? What? Did you not? Okay. Let me finish this before I get my comments in. I don't like this. He starts to back out of this space, and after a few tries, he says he can't do it. I say instantly I can spot him so he can get out. He says no, and that it won't help him because the truck behind him wasn't there when he pulled into the spot, and he was scared of hitting it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me know your comments below. Oh, it was there when he pulled into the spot. So he's acting like it wasn't there. It's not his fault. He's not taking accountability. He also added he doesn't want others to see me spotting him, like he can't handle his vehicle. Because you can't. Who cares? No one cares. I say, okay, I'll go into the restaurant and find the owner of the car and ask if there was any way that he could move it so he could get out. Didn't want to, but it was the only choice. He says no and kind of flips his S, throwing his hat and sunglasses into the dash in frustration, also flooring it as he's going to hit the building, then slamming on the brake before he does so. He calls his parents screaming about not being able to get out of the spot and even locked my door when I tried to get out of the vehicle to get someone else to help or spot him. What? False imprisonment. He's trapping you in the car so that you can't get out and help. And he is trying to hit the wall in his car, or acting like it because he's raging. He sounds stupid. I was gonna say, does he have a dad? Because it sounds like fatherless behavior. I remember my brother would parallel park for hours in front of our house to practice, so this is not excusable. Also, when he's on the phone, the owner of one of the neighboring cars comes outside. I tried to tell him, and why is he yelling at his parents for his incapabilities? Jeez Louise. I tried to tell him that we talked to her, but he ignored me and kept complaining to his parents how there was no way we were getting out of the spot. The owner of the neighboring car gets in another car and leaves while my boyfriend gets off the phone and says, "Guess we're stuck." The screaming and me begging him just to let me spot him continues for 20 minutes, and he makes a few jabs that I don't have a license, so I wouldn't understand how he feels. At that point, I was really upset and in tears. Don't give your tears to this guy. He can't park a car. He can't get out of a parking spot. I had just taken him out to dinner and spent a pretty good amount of money for him to show his ass. Finally, he lets me out of his car to spot him, and within 2 minutes, we're out of the spot. Red flag. Later that night, I told him that he ruined the night and the dinner I paid for absolutely no reason. I also added that he always has to find a way to destroy any date or thing in general I want to do just because it's not something he picks. Oh, he's a child. He said that what happened was my fault because I should have not spoken to him because it made him more frustrated when he was trying to find a solution to the problem. Am I the a-hole here? No, you're not the a-hole. Oh my goodness. If he said you don't have a license, you don't understand, I would say, okay, bye. I'm going to take a lift home. Loser. He made you pay on a date. He made you pay on a date. He made you pay on a date. I'm a boyfriend of 5 years making you pay on a date. You shouldn't be okay with that. And then he can't even drive the car. What are you, his mom? You don't have to deal with this guy. This guy sounds like an absolute loser. If you have something that is yours, say this is his parents' car, this is his dad's car, which means that he was driven around in it, so he knows it like the back of his hand. If you own it, you should even more so know it like the back of your hand. If something is yours, my computer, for example, I know how to get it to automatically clean things, how to automatically turn off certain connections, certain accounts. You should be in command of your items. I know how to use my iPhone, all the shortcuts. He said, I tried to suggest a few things to get him out of the parking spot he was stuck in and said that I am the a-hole because I can bombard him with questions and make him frustrated. Not the a-hole, red flag, red flag, red flag. He locked you in a car because he was mad. That's absurd, and Oh, sorry, YouTube doesn't like that. That is absurd and hurtful. Then he gaslights you and says it's your fault. GTFO, you even paid, he had one job. Don't be a mean word. Definitely not the a-hole, not the worst part. He calls his parents. I hate when people are getting arrested. I will watch body cam videos and they say, I want my mom. There's a video of a girl who cheated on her boyfriend. First thing she does is call her mom to tell her that she cheated and you're trying to leave. It's like, yeah, that's not her problem. You are not your parents' problem when you're out of the house, when you're an adult, when you're 18. I know you're a parent forever, don't get me wrong. Jeffrey Dahmer, people went to his mom and they said, do you have any comment on your son? She was just in shock the entire time. I had no idea he had this in him. Don't get me involved. But as a parent, you will always be a parent forever, even after the day that you pass. There's that Louis C.K. joke. You're a famous football player and you look up to the sky and tell your parents, this is for you. The people in heaven, I have to go to my son's football game again. I have to make sure I have to watch him from heaven. You're an adult, you have a car, especially you should be able to manage. You shouldn't blame other people when you are messing up. When you're under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure, you should blame yourself because you are allowing it to get to you in the first place. Stress and pressure only exist when you put yourself under these circumstances. A lot of people know this about me, I am very stoic when it comes to reacting to things. I always am a bit surprised when people are shocked. Every now and again, obviously, I'm an empath. I will show my compassionate feelings. But day to day, when it comes to stress and problems, I only stress every 10th time the issue happens because I would just be stressed all day. I'm an overthinker. I'm neurotic. It's an annoying thing. It even annoys me when I complain. So I try my best to not complain. My sweetheart is from a culture where people don't complain at all. If you don't like the food, but you're hungry, don't complain about the food. Just eat the food. I am learning from that camp, but I'm also applying my stoicism that I'm naturally okay under pressure. If I go into problem solving mode, I go into action Gia and I start thinking, okay, what do I do to fix this? That's the only thing that motivates me to get out of that situation. So if you are not easy under pressure or people suggesting things like, hold on, let me just figure this one thing out, give me 1 minute and I'll back out, there's no shame in that. If you need someone to spot you, that's perfectly okay. I always spotted my mom and my dad when I was a little kid. I didn't have to drive. I didn't have a driver's license when I was a child. They just said, make sure I don't hit this line. I would always make sure that they don't even touch the line, that they still have some space. You don't have to have a driver's license for that. You just have to use your eyes. What is his finding a solution in calling his mommy and daddy? Makes no sense. What did he want his parents to guide him doing it? Or did he want to have his parents come there and do it for him? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If your boyfriend of 5 years, first off, I wouldn't date a bad driver. They're always really aggressive. They can back out like with a blindfold on. My sweetheart is really good at that. He used to be a valet driver. I love when a guy is a really good driver because that is an indicator to me. And when he offers, even if he lives across town, to pick you up on a date, to schlep, to pick you up, and then take you to the date and then drop you off. That's normal, but apparently not anymore. This guy is having her pay on the date, then blaming her, and this. I would just dump him at this point. If I had to pay on a date 5 years later and then he screamed at me and we had such a fabulous time, but he ruined it, I would definitely find 1,000 reasons to leave. I would just rack up all the charges from 5 years, all the fights we've ever had, think about them, and realize I don't have to deal with any of this. I can just walk away. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I just saw a funny comment in this. It said, his parents live 2 hours away. What are they supposed to do? He 1,000% not only ruined his date, but ruined his relationship. If you want more content like this, subscribe, click the bell, tell all your friends, watch this several thousand times. If you want more etiquette and a deeper dive into how to treat people well, strengthen your relationships, personal to yourself with self-respect and professional, visit dixonetiquette.com. It's my etiquette course and I am in the midst of giving it a facelift right now. So get it with the dirt cheap price that it has. Get that locked in and you will have access to the new and improved version as we're working on it. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you later.